and girls, welcome to part 2 of Can an Egg Bounce? What we did was we tried to see if we can get an egg to bounce. In the first part of our experiment, we tried to bounce it and all it did was break because the shell is hard and it just cracks. When we bounce a ball doesn't crack because it's made of rubber. And what's happening is gravity is pulling it down and the squishing of the ball makes it pop back up. But with an egg, obviously, it's too hard. What I did was I printed out a diagram for you so you can see the different parts of the egg. And as you can see, it has the outer shell, but then it also has what's called a shell membrane, which is that line that goes right inside of the shell. And then of course you see the egg white and the yolk. So what we did was we asked our question, can an egg bounce? We thought, okay, we're going to put some vinegar over the egg to see if we can get it to bounce. And you're probably wondering, well, what is that going to do? Well, let's take a look and see, because we planned it, we created it, and now we're going to test it. So I've left our egg in the glass all weekend. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and I want you to take a good look at it. Here is our egg now. Do you notice anything? Does it look white anymore? Now, when I dropped this the other day, it cracked. Let's see what happens now. I think you can see that it's bouncing. Can you explain why? I'm not sure if you can, but I'm going to help you. What happens is the vinegar actually eats away at that shell. It's able to break down the shell, and what it does is once the shell has disintegrated, which means gone away, it is left with what we call the shell membrane. Remember I said that's that layer of skin. It's like a layer of skin that's underneath the shell. So the egg actually has the protective coating of the shell, the hard shell, but then it also has that membrane. So this here is the membrane that you're seeing, and it swelled up a little bit. So what happens is it makes it so that it's almost rubbery. It's not rubber, but it feels like rubber, so that when I drop it, it does bounce. So now you can try this at home. You can take an egg, make sure you put it in a glass so you can see what happens, and pour some vinegar over it. Now you do need to leave it for a couple of days, and you're going to see tiny little fizzes coming out around it. And you're also going to see, and you can see from my glass, parts of where the shell has disintegrated. And I think you'll amaze your parents. So go ahead and try this at home. The one clue I want to give you is this. Once it bounces, you can bounce it. But if you bounce it too hard, it's going to break. Stay safe, everyone. Take care.